Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're just gonna be talking about a few things. I'm not like the topic, I'll make the topic, but in general, let's just talk about a few things. And mainly just organization, because I sometimes like think, okay, maybe like sometimes I think maybe I need to reorganize my space, I need to just reorganize my mind or reorganize my life, things like that. But maybe this video is really going to just be about how to be organized with less effort. Sometimes less is more. So and I find myself like I'm working on it, but I'm able to kind of like organize my things or my time or where my energy goes or my space in a way whereby I'm still content with it, but it's really less effort. Like I'm not planning like, oh, I need to clean my room by this, or I need to do this by this, or I need to do that by that. So I just want this video to be really brief, maybe just like a few main points, and we can get to it. I did not write notes for this one, so we'll figure it out as we go. But anyways, yeah, just organization in general. So I think the first thing with organization that I could mention is just to try to put things in terms of, this is organization in terms of space, to try to put things where you get them from, where you pick them up from. So for example, your room, let's say you've cleaned, you know how it happens, like you clean your room and then all of a sudden 2 days after, it can be a whole another story, or a week after, or whatever. But normally, like, I just try to remind myself whenever I clean my room, or whenever it is, like, let's say I've cleaned my room already, but I never really have to like, oh my god, I need to clean my room, it's in a mess, because whatever I use, I always try to put it where I need to put it, and that does not take as much effort as you might think. For example, like, I have a bedside, little bedside drawer, what do you call it? I have a bedside drawer, and normally, like, the things that I feel like I need the most during the night, or I can just reach and grab a book, water, whatever it is, I can just easily grab it. But when I grab it, I usually try to put it back where I got it from. Let's say it's my table, my desk area, whatever I grab, I put it back, because you never really have to reclean over and over again once you're able to just know that if you pick this thing up, if I pick my scissors up from somewhere and I want to use it in my hair or whatever, and I want to use it, after I use it, I put it back where I got it from. I know it might sound like, oh yeah, of course everyone does that, but it still happens. But if you just try to make it a habit, like if you pick up something, if after you use it, just put it back where you got it from, it will save you so much stress. It will save you having to look for things all over the place. It just saves you a lot of time, honestly. And that's really how I try to keep those things, organized, and not too much looking for stuff, because I just, oh my god, I hate to look for things. Like, it's the worst thing ever, and I feel like I've gone through so many experiences in my life where I had to look for things, and it was just the worst thing ever. So I try not to, and whatever I put in my bag, I make sure I know what's in my bag. And even it's not even that organized, but anytime I put it there, I know that, okay, I put it on this corner, or I put it in this little zip near my bag, or whatever like that. So just little things like that. Another tip I can give on organization is just don't pressure yourself, because I'm kind of like, in general, I'm kind of person that I don't like to pressure myself, and I don't like to stress myself. So if I feel like, if one day, I'm making my hair in my bathroom and there's hair everywhere, or whatever it is, like, honestly, if I feel that maybe I'm already tired doing that, and I feel like, wow, this is a mess and I need to clean it up, and I feel like I'm tired, I let it be. I feel like when you force yourself too much for things whereby you get tired of next time, you won't be able to get back to it. So if you make it such a big deal, or you're like, or you actually clean it up and you spend so much time, great, you can do that. But sometimes it just makes you tired the next time you want to do it, because you know the work you have to put into it at first. So don't try to always put too much work. If it's too much, I guess you can just leave it and do it the next day when it's more comfortable for you. So that's something with me. Like, I don't try to stress myself. If I can't do it, I can't do it. If I'm tired, I'm tired, and I just rest and I do it the next day. That's the next day. So it's okay. It's good to be organized and everything. But that's how I do it with myself. And it's just, things are just more peaceful like that. So in terms of my space, I really like how my space is most of the time. Or I wake up and everything is where they're supposed to be at least. And even if it's not where it's supposed to be, it's not the end of the world. When I can get up, when I can do it, then I fix it and I do it. Yeah. So that's another tip. What else can I talk about? In terms of organization, let me see. I could just say, okay, this one is in terms of organization with people and things and life in general. Just feel like you can try to control where your energy goes. So if it's the day, maybe you're done with whatever you're doing, you went out for the day, your work, your school, whatever it is, and you just, maybe there's an event or something, and you feel like you must go. Of course there's sometimes like you, of course you want to go, but I just feel like you don't always have to go to everything. So there's just some things whereby if you're not really if you feel that you don't really need to be there, you really don't need to be there. You can just go home and rest and just put that energy into taking time for yourself to rest and think about reorganizing your life. No, I'm just playing. Not necessarily your life, but just if there's anything during the week, maybe you didn't do so well, you want to fix, you want to do, you can take that time out to do it. And I used to really struggle with this before, and I'm really thankful that, with also the people in my life, I've been able to learn a couple of things about this. Like, it's not, you don't necessarily have to be everywhere, and you don't have to do everything. If you're tired, you're tired. If you want to go and rest, go and rest. I feel that it's by just that respect your body, respect your energy, respect how you feel in certain ways or certain situations, and know how to control it. So if you're tired that day, if you don't want to go somewhere, if you want to let people know that, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it, it's okay. Before, this did not used to be okay for me, because I used to try to be everywhere, help everybody. But I just thank God I'm learning. I'm also in that process of learning. I'm really learning, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. The world is not going to end because you can't help this person. Just let them know, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. Respect your own whatever it is. If you're tired that day, you want to rest, whatever. So I just try to do that more often these days. If I really know I want to go all out, and let's say we're having game night or whatever with my friends, and I want to stay with them, cool, I can stay with them as much as I want. But whenever I'm tired, I can decide that, okay, it's okay, let me leave. And if I'm not tired, I'm not tired. I'm tired. So I just feel like some of these things, just it's good to just remember to just be mindful of how you feel, and that helps you to control your energy, your organization, your space, your time, and things like that. Yes, something I also wanted to add is about, I know it might sound cliche to like writing. I don't always write, but I always like to have a journal near my bed, or everywhere I go I always have at least a journal, because it just helps you to be creative. Honestly, in terms of organization and creativity, it helps. Like, sometimes when I'm in class, honestly, maybe we're doing something not too much, or I just have some free time, I just write in my journal. Like, if something comes to my head, I write in my journal. I know you can do this on your phone too. There's ways you can put it on your phone, you write. But I just like, I actually like just just write it down, and then later you can look at it and things like that. But of course, I mean, some people don't necessarily like writing, so it's okay. But me, I do write sometimes, and whenever I don't feel like writing, I don't write. But I always try to have a journal near me so that I can put things down and just stay organized if I need to. And I know people use planners and stuff, but maybe we can do another video about that. But I don't necessarily use planners all the time, but I use more digital versions for planners. But in terms of this, I write, this is like it's kind of like a Bible journal. Actually, it has Bible memory verses. But maybe you write my dreams. Sometimes when I write my dreams, I also write my monthly goals, and sometimes we do them, sometimes we don't do them. But honestly, like, writing things helps you, you feel it better. And when you can read over, you can see what you've written throughout the year, you can just feel more like a sense of growth and organization, really. And yeah, that's my tip on writing. In general, the benefits of a tidy space. A few years back, I read a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo, and it changed my life a bit. It did. It taught me a lot about, when they say organize your room, it's not just about, oh, let it be nice, or organize your space just so it can be nice. It's not just about that. It's about you. It's about your state of mind. So a lot of times, organization, or when things are more where they're supposed to be, it helps you have a healthier mind. You feel more free, you're more productive. Like, if you wake up to a cleaner room, you're honestly more productive. You feel more like, okay, now let's get today going. That's usually how I feel. But it's not every day. Sometimes it'll be messy, but it's okay. But in general, just that's kind of a big thing I got from that book. It's not really just about, oh, let it look nice. It's really about, by having those kind of that kind of space, it helps you to be more productive, more creative. It helps you feel calmer, because think about it, it's like, let's say you're already having a long day and then having to think of, when you come back to a disorganized space, you're probably just gonna get on your bed and sleep or whatever you want to do. Yeah, of course, I love sleep. Sleep is fine, but it's just probably gonna make you weak and tired, not really wanting to do something. So that's an important thing. It's really good to know the benefits of it, and it really does help in terms of creativity. Yes. So I know this may have been just a little bit just different things, but I could probably think of some more that keeps me organized, but I think those are just the main things. Just remembering that less is more. Less is more. It's not until I spend 10 hours a day rearranging my papers, doing this, that I've accomplished something. Because if I spend 10 hours that day and the next day I don't put things where I got them from, in 3 days time everything will be a mess again. So sometimes less is more. Just know, like, okay, maybe today I just want to focus on arranging those books in my room, or today I just want to focus on getting this thing that I need to get done, or at least starting it today, things like that. So it's just little steps like that, little drops of water make a big ocean, things like that. So it's just simple things like that. And like I said, I'm still learning. I'm not the best at it, but these are kind of things I remind myself of that helps me to just stay calm and feel more organized in terms of my doings and my work, my school, my life, everything like that. So that is it. Less is more. And just, it's okay. And remembering that it's okay. Whenever you can't, you can't. Whenever you can, you can. And it's all good like that. So I think that's the end of this video. We can continue and talk about something more another time, or if I think of more things, or I can break it down into maybe organization for work, organization for school, organization for life, things like that. And that work area aspects, we'll talk about it another day. But back to this, yeah, so things like that. So that's what I had in mind, and really that's really just how I think in terms of my space and things like that. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and you can drop comments below on how you organize your space, how you organize your your things in general, how you feel, how you tend to feel more organized with your doings and your life and whatever. And maybe something I forgot to add in terms of organization, it's just sometimes, some days it might not be the best day ever. Maybe you woke up, you prayed, you did whatever you needed to do, and you just feel lazy that day or whatever, and you don't feel like you look your best. I have those days a lot of times, but I try to manage it in terms of, if I feel like there's something that is bothering me during the day, maybe my this might be a petty example, but let me use that example. Like, let's say I've left my nails to, like, when my nails are grown a bit, how do they say it? If I've left my nails a bit to grow, and maybe after some weeks, it starts to feel like they're just catching dirt, and I'm uncomfortable with them during the day. There are little things during the day that can really turn your mood, or just make you feel somehow. So if I feel like they're getting dirty, it starts to make me feel kind of irritated. And sometimes if I forget and I just neglect it, it goes on every day. Of course, I'm living with my nails, so that's why if I know that it's like that, I just cut it off and leave it short, so I don't have to feel any certain way. So it can just be anything, little things like that. It could be what you wear, it could be your hair. If you know that you're not comfortable with your hair during the day, it's okay. If it's okay, finish that day, the next day or whatever, try to figure out, okay, what can I do that will help me feel better, So whatever it is, make sure that you're trying to feel as good and organized as possible. If there's something upsetting you or making you feel certain way during the day, just don't leave it like that. Analyze the problem, observe the solution, analyze what it is, and try to fix it and make it better for yourself. Because you need to be healthy, you need to feel comfortable, and you need to feel good in terms of how you live your life. And that's kind of how I think as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Remember to share, subscribe, comment how you keep your own space organized, or your life, or anything that you do. And yeah, I'll appreciate it. And see you next time, and see you for more. Bye.